If indeed what I saw was what I saw, which is people before the show, during the daytime, drinking and intoxicated or partially intoxicated, regardless, and you're bust a bottle over a guy's head, and talk trash like that guy was not going to do nothing, yeah, you're at fault.
My reaction was just like everybody else's, is kind of shocked at that, but I think that it could have been prevented. I think assholes like people, influencers, YouTubers, or everything else that put too much hype and they try to build some shit up and they put these ideas in kids' heads and they're not fucking saying, hey, reach out and and be like, it's okay. They're making it worse by trying to do the same shit by sticking mics in their face and doing this kind of stuff, where as some people know how to handle situations and some people don't. And unfortunately, it went a different way. And all you youngsters out there, that's not the right way to do it. That's just not how you do it. If you do have an issue with something like that, go talk to somebody. I know it's kind of seems like the pussy thing to do, but damn, go find a way to vent, because that stuff is just like a boiling pot. It's not gonna go the way you want it to go. And he should have handled it a different way. I hope that him and his family are able to cope and be able to find a solution for everything. And obviously Cycle Stew is a little bit better because everybody's kind of worried, but it's unfortunate that it happened, and hopefully it doesn't happen again. I was in Thailand the other day and I was around a whole bunch of different types of people, we'll just call it people like that, and then people want to square off and they want to try to take me down. Well, me, I'm a different person when I go into the street. I'm not the same fucking person. I'm just not that kind of guy that goes and messes with people. I was on my way to go get a Coca-Cola, and I'm in the middle of nowhere, and this dude tried to take me down. I snapped his arm. I think he was supposed to compete that night. I snapped his arm at the elbow, and then I threw him for 5 points in a Uchimata, and I landed on him, and then I went and I hosted the show. Like I said, I'm a different person when I'm not inside the cage or an octagon or in a ring, and people be smart not to fuck with me.
If indeed what I saw was what I saw, which is people before the show, during the daytime, drinking and intoxicated or partially intoxicated, regardless, and you're bust a bottle over a guy's head, and talk trash like that guy was not going to do nothing, yeah, you're at fault. I don't know the full story, but I do know what I saw. And it looked like he wasn't smart to what was going on. And the dude that was messing with him bit off more than he can chew. And, you got to be careful, one, who you mess with, and two, like, what kind of example are you as a veteran for inciting a ride with a kid? And I mean, he's not 12 or nothing, but he's still significantly younger. It's not a bad look for pro wrestling. It's a bad look the for the company that he performed at, and it's a bad look for him, and it's a worse look for the guy that got beat up, because now we know you can't fight. And back in the old days, if you lost a fight, you lost your job. And then the older guys that sit around drinking at the building before the game, before the show, you get rid of every one of those guys that's like that. The journeyman drug addicts, alcoholics, want to be tough guys, get rid of them. They don't fit the mold for the business anymore. I would never hire them at All Caribbean. If a guy showed up to my show drunk or was sitting outside in the parking lot drinking before the show, he would never work for me.
Jackhammer slams him to the back of this guy's head. Boom. Knocks him out cold. So this guy, who's not very fit, first of all, just got slammed gnarly on the back of his head. And the back of the head is what fucks people up. Fucks their brain up. And now he's got a temper, and he gives him another concussion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So about 6 more concussions when he's already shot 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Like, what the fuck? I can't even watch this. The kid's blacked out. The kid's blacked out, and I think his goal right there was to murder. Maybe not. Maybe not. Blacked out, maybe he doesn't know what he's doing, but he damn near killed the man. That's crazy. He's got to get some punishment for this. There's just going to be no excuse. He's going to probably go away for a long while. But gosh, you just damn near killed a father of children who's doing this for a hobby. He's doing this for fun. And you damn near, you might have killed him. You might have killed him. Still. Rampage's got money. I mean, they're going to have some good lawyers. But it might be attempted murder. I mean, God, that's the thing. You got to be careful getting in street fights. If you can avoid street fights, avoid them. Especially if you got a temper tantrum. Maybe if you know a little jiu-jitsu and you get in a street fight here and there, it's okay. You can take care of yourself, get in a good position. But once you crack somebody and then you start seeing red and you're not thinking about what you're doing and you're punching them and they're already knocked out, good chance you're going to kill them. And now you might be in the pen. So, I mean, that was fucked up. If that guy was my dad or something, I would be fucking furious. So, hopefully this guy comes out of it all right. They said he came to, and it's not looking good. Raja, who knows what he's doing? I'm sure they're going to come get him soon.
It's hard for me to talk about it, but I'm just keeping 100. I feel bad about what happened to Psycho Stu. I don't condone what my son did at all. Very, very unfortunate. If I was there, things went down, but what I'm saying, I wasn't there. I'm a father, so I gotta have my son's back, but I'm gonna let justice play out, take its course. Ain't much I can do on that side, but be a father. Y'all know I can't talk about this shit. I can't talk about any details and stuff like that. I can't really go into nothing. I hope y'all can respect that. The shit put me in like a bad mood, you know what I'm saying? I feel bad about Psycho Stu and his family. His family had to see that. I'm not, taking up for my son or anything like that. I'm just telling you guys facts, you know what I'm saying? But I'm doing what any father would do is being a father in hard moments like this. Sometimes you're proud of your kids and sometimes you're not proud of your kids, but at the end of the day, you're still a father. Hopefully one day I can meet Psycho Stu and shake his hand and have a man-to-man with him and stuff like that, but who knows? But that I don't condone Roger's conduct, and I hope Psycho Stu can forgive me, myself, as a dad, because for not understanding everything, you know what I'm saying? And let's see what happens from here.
And I'll be transparent. I like Raja, and obviously I adore Rampage. Me and Rampage have a great relationship. I love Rampage. And it's just by nature, my initial thought was when I heard about this, and I spoke with Rampage, when I heard about this, I went, all right, how can I defend Raja? I look at all the videos. I watched the full live stream and all that. I got nothing. Oh, I can't, you can't defend this. I see this, it's so sad. Because he was just getting started, and that all goes away if this veteran pro wrestler decides to press charges. If that pro wrestler goes, this was a bit or this was a work, and he just thought that's how it works, I'm not pressing charges, Raja's still going to take a lot of heat online, but you're not doing jail time. Then we can figure it out. But if that dude wakes up and somebody's in his ear and goes, dude, you got to make this dude pay. He has to learn a lesson, and he presses charges. It's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough. Attempted murder, aggravated assault, it's going to be tough. Talking about felony,
Man, dog got to go to prison. I usually don't like to involve myself in other men's situations, but I feel I'm qualified to speak on this. And dog messed up. And if it's Rampage, I love Rampage. But Rampage, turn your son in. He got to go lay down for a little bit. Like, if it was my son, that's what I would tell him. I mean, you a grown man, bro. You can't condone that type of behavior, bro. You gotta go lay down for a little bit. We'll get you a good lawyer. You ain't gonna be in there forever, but you gotta go lay down. I get it. He hit you in the head with a bottle beforehand. I get it. He shouldn't have did that. I don't condone that either. But to wait hours until the man was working, which we all understand, he playing a character and he was in character and he working, and then you sneak him, because that's what you did. I mean, you snuck him. He wasn't expecting that, and you, bro. They say dude flatlined and was unconscious for 6 minutes afterwards. Dog got to go lay down. You got to go to prison, bro. There's no part of that you thought was cool. Like, I can't even wrap my mind around why you thought that was cool and why you ain't got no self-control over your emotions. I get it, you and your feelings. You probably was watching them work and just getting madder and madder. But bro, you can't have that in no civilized society. Like, we all understand what pro wrestling is, don't we? We've been understanding that since we was like 19 years old. That ain't the time or the place. Especially not when all the cameras, like, bro, you don't give a fuck, huh? You just doing whatever you want to do. You gotta go lay down, bro. I'm sorry, I love Rampage, and I hate that you in the situation with your son, but you gotta talk to him. He gotta be a real man. He gotta stand up on that, and he can go lay down for a little bit.
You know, if this was anybody other than Rampage Jackson's son, I don't think there'd be any empathy here at all. But we all love Rampage, and he's the man, you know. And the fact that he's his son, we're all sitting here like, bro, what the fuck, you know? And what do we think about this? You know, if it was just anybody else in the world, it'd be like, bro, throw that motherfucker, you know, in the cage and throw the key away, man. And that's probably what's going to happen to him. Like, you know, you say they're investigating, like, well, there's not a lot to investigate. Like, there's a video that shows it pretty goddamn clear, you know, what do we need to investigate here? So, you know, what's he going to get? You know, I don't know what like attempted murder is, but I mean, he was fucking knocked out and punching the shit out of him. You know, I don't know how far they go in there or what the details are to get that charge. Aggravated assault's for sure. Battery, you know what I mean? Like, this is a felony for sure, right? I mean, there's I don't think there's any way out of that. So, you know, kind of just is what it is for him now. But like what a shitty move, man. You know, like, you want to fight the guy. Like, dude was like, you know, we watched the video right before the podcast here. You know, the dude was like preparing for a pro wrestling style takedown, and motherfucker slammed him on his head. Like, you know, dude's lucky that, you know, they said he's hospitalized, but man, he's lucky that that's all that happened, you know. Hopefully the guy's all right, man. That's about all you can say at the end of the day, right? Hopefully the guy just heals up, and, you know, with some PTSD or being a veteran and everything, man, you know, just hope that the guy turns out okay, man. Send him some positive energy and hope for the best. That's about the most you can say about it. Other than that, you know, again, loving Rampage, but, you know, hopefully justice is done and his son gets what he deserves. I don't agree with Sean on that at all. You know, like, the dude doesn't, like, it'd be one thing, you know, if like they got in a fight and he fucked him up and, you know, hurt him bad, right? But like, the dude was defenseless and then knocked out. Like, fuck him. And the only guy that should not be saying fuck him is Rampage, right? Because it's his son. And he's the one that should be saying, you know, can we just give him some help or something, you know, try to stick up for him. But everybody else, I mean, we have no reason to have any sympathy for that kind of behavior.